Today I want to talk about people who are micromanagers when it comes to gift giving. Now, for those of you who don't know what a micromanager is, it's basically someone who will turn around and give somebody else responsibility for something either that person can't do because of time or they don't have the knowledge to do. But then once they give that person that responsibility, they want to turn around, they want to look over their shoulder and nitpick what they do. Those are micromanagers. Busybodies. Most of these people are up in everybody's business, don't know the flavor of the Kool-Aid. These are the people that always have some constructive criticism about something. They're always dipping and dabbing. They always know something about everything. They're unapproachable and they don't listen. A lot of micromanagers are like that. Because if they listen, they wouldn't behave this way. They have control issues. Micromanagers are controlling and possessive. And they're trying to control and possess something that really they don't even have the capability of handling if they had it. But they don't have sense enough to realize that. They're always biting off more than they can chew. So have you ever had a situation where somebody gives you a gift? It's a gift. Not a loan, not borrowing. It's a gift. And you get the gift. And they turn around and tell you, well, you need to do this and you need to do that and you need to do this and you need to do that with the gift. How would you feel? I'm going to tell you how I would feel. I would do either one or two things. I would either give the gift back to them or I would pass the gift on to somebody else or I would throw it away just to get that person off my back. Because I look at it like this. I was better off before you even came into the picture. You didn't have to give me nothing. I felt much better about life and myself before you even came into the picture. I was fine when I did without this thing. And you got people doing it every single day. Those are people who don't give gifts out of a loving and generous space. They give gifts. They use gifts as a tool to control other people. They're micromanaging. Now, some people, it doesn't bother them that somebody's sitting up there trying to tell them what to do with something that was given to them. They don't mind being hounded. They don't mind having folks on their back about that thing because they're so grateful that this person gave it to them. But you know what? After a while, that gets annoying. And what I'm going to do is if that person turns around and does that, it's going to be a mighty long time, if ever, if I ask them for another damn thing. Because I know what it means to give to somebody. I know the spirit of giving. When I give something to somebody, I'm not trying to turn around and tell them what to do with it. I give it to them. I keep it moving. Let's talk about something else. I don't use that as a way to try to control other people. And that's what they do. So you have that type of person in your life. Let's say you got into a bind or whatever and they gave you something and they wanted to sit there and give you a hard time over it and it's causing you stress and strife in your relationship. You either do one of the few things that I mentioned in the beginning of this audio. Number one, give the gift back. Number two, re-gift to someone else. Or number three, throw the gift away. I say stick with number one. Offer to give it back to them so they can keep their big mouths shut. Be like, you know what, I don't need this anymore. You can have it back. And anyone with half a brain is going to be like, okay, I must have been out of line. I must have said something. I must have did something. Yeah, you did. Because see, my life was more peaceful before you gave me this thing. I didn't have to worry about you being all up in my business. Sometimes people give gifts to people and use those gifts as a way to try to get into their life. They want to be a part of their life. They want to rule and dominate and possess and take ownership of certain parts of a person's life. So they'll sit there and give them a gift, something that they know that they need, just so they can work their way in. It's a source of manipulation, people. So if you got a micromanager that turns around and gives you a gift and they're acting that way, I suggest you do number one. You can do whatever you want to do. Do whatever suits you. But you got to get those people off your back. You got to get them off your back. because it's all about control and ownership. And when they realize they can't own and control you, they'll leave you alone. Just saying.